Craig, what have you thought about the way that JMO's kind of mixed up his repertoire a little bit as of late, maybe getting away from the fastball a little more?
Yeah, I mean, I think, look, JMO went through a phase where he frankly just gave up a lot of home runs, and I think one way to get past that, we seem Shota do it a little bit, is to try to, add a little more variety into it. I think the other thing is he's got to Shota, JMO, their execution has to be at a premium. Like, think velocity is the thing that gives you room for error with execution, and it's Shota doesn't pitch with it, JMO doesn't pitch with it, so those guys need to be very precise with their execution.
Do you have anything on Palencia yesterday?
Yeah, so everything went great. Good bullpen. Next step will be Tuesday, and that's an up-down bullpen. And then there's a live scheduled, and so then that means the week of, like, I guess the Dodger series. That's when the rehab games will start.
And then what about Matt Shaw?
No, nothing on Matt Shaw. No, today's an off day. I mean, he's doing good. Today's an off day. Every day is test it out and see what's next. And then the other guy that's actually kind of progressed to the same kind of timeline as Palencia is Hunter Harvey. So he's basically on the same days. So he just did a bullpen yesterday, and then assuming that comes out of that well, it'll be alive on Tuesday as well.
With Hunter, I think you'd mentioned maybe 2 weeks ago that it was kind of at the point of go time to see if he could get through kind of over the hump. Just what's the level of optimism as he finally kind of starts hitting this stretch that he hadn't been able to get to?
Yeah, I mean, I think he's healthy. He's throwing the ball really well. So, that there's optimism there. Obviously, we have a bunch of more steps to get to, but right now everything is going well, and that's why he's progressing.
With Steele and Brown, is there any?
No, I don't really have any. Nothing exciting. No steps are being passed. I mean, I'll try to cue you in when there's something of substance happening. Yeah. The other guy that's progressed is Shelby Milner. He's throwing lives as well, but he has a little bit bigger. His ramp up is just a little bit bigger than guys like Daniel or Hunter.
He might pitch for you guys this year, like that's a possibility.
I think we're at the start of it, so it's a possibility, but we got much more steps to me than a guy like Daniel.
Just to clarify, because you mentioned a similar schedule to Daniel with Hunter. Would rehab games be around that same time as Daniel's, or is that different?
Yeah, it's the same. They're basically doing the same. I mean, I think Hunter would probably require a little bit more on the game perspective, but because he's been out longer. But they're doing their up-down bullpens. They're doing their lives in the same days.
Gotcha.
So the next 10 days or so is basically mirroring each other.
I just want to double check something on Steele. It had been mentioned like sometime the first week of August, he potentially throw bullpens. Is that in play?
Yeah.
Okay. And then,
But that's like, again, he has a much longer bullpen progression.
Right. And then anything on Riley Martin?
No.
No. Okay.
Shota success yesterday, and he looks like he's changing a combination straight and using a more straight yesterday and faster slider, two different slider.
Yeah.
So how do you see what he's doing now?
Yeah, I mean, I think Shota is always trying to find something else to show the hitter. And it's just a little bit of like trying to stay ahead of the hitter. So he's thrown some sinkers lately to left-handed hitters, even to right-handed hitters, to show them something, just a different like movement fastball instead of the one that goes like this, the one that goes a little bit like that. And it's just to show them something different. You know, the breaking ball usage is really like when you get a lot of lefties in the lineup, then there's going to be more breaking ball usage. Mix it into the right-handers, but very sparingly. So he's just trying to find something to keep the hitters guessing a little more.
This is just pretty broad, but just considering your view of Forno coming into spring training and kind of like what he has done for this team, how would you describe kind of what stands out about his season?
Yeah, I mean, I think, look, we signed Michael very late, you know, almost like a couple days before spring training, essentially. And so, you know, I don't think there was very much expectation of, you know, it's just like, let's see what happens in spring training. We could kind of see a path to making the roster as an extra player. You know, somebody gets hurt, you know, there's a bigger spot. But I think he's very much contributed in a meaningful way, and then he's also just fit into the team great. So he's really as much as you could hope for from a bench piece, and that I think we're comfortable if he has to go out there regularly. He's, you know, embraces his role, which I think is really important on the bench, and he's doing it really well.